Hey, this is a basic overview of human impacts on the nitrogen cycle. So you know that nitrogen is fixed to form ammonia, and nitrification turns ammonia into nitrates. Plants love nitrates, as you can see in the diagram. So farmers often add nitrates in the form of fertilizers. These fertilizers help plants grow, but sometimes the nitrates run off the surface and get into local waterways. When they get into local waterways like a pond or lake, they help plants in the water grow, like algae. This is called an algae bloom. Eventually, the algae dies and decomposers get to eat. A lot of these decomposers are aerobic bacteria. That means they use oxygen when they eat, just like you and I breathe. As the aerobic bacteria eats the dead algae, they use dissolved oxygen in the water. As those hungry aerobic decomposers eat and use dissolved oxygen, the dissolved oxygen in the lake falls, and that results in dead fish and other aquatic organisms. This is called eutrophication. Another thing that can happen is nitrates enter groundwater, and nitrates in aquifers is bad. As nitrates enter aquifers, they can be brought up to wells where people, including babies, can drink water contaminated with nitrates. This leads to blue baby syndrome, which involves nitrates in the blood preventing blood from carrying oxygen, which can lead to breathing problems and ultimately heart failure. This is a big problem in farming communities that use a lot of nitrate fertilizers. Another human impact on the nitrogen cycle involves the process of denitrification. Now you know animal waste and other nitrogen-containing compounds can be returned to the atmosphere in the form of N2 gas, nitrogen gas. But under anaerobic conditions, things like nitrogen fertilizer and cow manure can form N2O, nitrous oxide. Of course, nitrous oxide is a potent greenhouse gas in the troposphere. All greenhouse gases absorb and re-radiate infrared radiation, a necessary part to human life, but too much of a good thing could be a problem. So it's really important that you know these three human impacts on the nitrogen cycle. You should practice explaining them to friends, family, and anybody else that you run into. Good luck.